Okay, I'm ready to go. You guys ready to go?
Tell him.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
There.
Welcome.
Speed.
Oh, that's a heavyweights. Good reference.
Yeah, I think that is heavyweights. I thought it was Wayne's World until I said it.
No,
To
that's
the lips.
speed. Does that mean go? That means go. Okay, welcome back, Pretty Much Experts. I'm Robert John, no longer in Romania, fresh off the boat, back to Ireland. It's my brother Mike.
Hello.
And my other brother Skylar.
Happy 2019, everybody. Happy New Year.
This is
Oh yeah, I guess it will be, eh?
yeah, Happy New Year,
Yeah.
everybody. Happy New Year, Frontline Fiesta. They're awesome songs.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yep, another year. Here we go.
I hear they're working on a new record. That's what Sean said.
You got gossip.
Wow.
Got some gossip.
Wow.
I got it all a long time ago because I was asking him if they had any T-shirts or stickers or anything, and when he sent me the record, and he said no, but we're gonna be working on some new stuff for the new year, so
Damn.
keep you in the loop.
Yeah.
There you go. Heard
Yeah.
it here first.
Hmm.
Unless it's like a false rumor and we're just spreading shit, like CNN.
Yeah, fake news in it right now.
Yeah.
Fox News in it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. We're off to a low energy.
Yeah, Merry
Yeah.
Christmas. and
Fucking
Oh,
Christmas
my
is
energy.
exhausting.
Went out the window in the last 2 weeks of holidays. I'm so just... Probably also just a little hungover, I'll be honest with you.
oh, I'm definitely a little hungover. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still dragging my heels for sure. I had 3 or 4 drunken nights out within a week, you know?
Yeah. That sounds about par for the course.
Yeah, it was good.
It's a mess. And eating so much food. Unbelievable. Every house
Yeah.
I've got, like, we're just like house bopping and
Yeah, fuck.
visiting people, and every house you go to is
Yeah.
just like a full sit down, have a meal, have dessert.
Oh,
it's
for
like, no,
sure.
I don't wanna. It's like, too bad, have two. There's
Yeah.
no getting out of
Yeah.
it.
What's an Irish Christmas like? Is there like 10 different potato dishes?
Yeah, they all call them spuds, and they're
Yeah.
very different, allegedly.
Oh, yeah?
Irish potatoes are different than like Idaho potatoes?
No, but they're like treated like, oh, these are different meals on the table. Like, here's your,
Yeah, they're treated
you
like
know,
gods.
Oh,
your,
yeah.
your mashed spud and your boiled spud and your yeah,
A
it's
fried
just-
spud.
So there's
Yeah, yeah.
nothing. So there's just mashed potatoes and like.
Some are deep fried,
Boiled and fried potatoes.
but it's like a
Yeah.
full potato.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, it had a name. I don't
that
remember.
sounds disgusting.
It was great.
Was it?
Yeah.
It's not raw on the inside?
No, I guess they cook it first, and then it just gets a coating.
Oh, okay.
It's like
okay.
a deep fried baked potato. It was great.
So the
That is not
Irish
bad.
treat the potato like the meat of the meal.
There was plenty of meat. I would say they treat. What would I compare that to?
What do they eat? Mutton? I feel like they eat mutton.
There's no
A
mutton.
lot of lamb.
There's
no,
no mutton.
no lamb either. It was just your standard beef, turkey, and ham.
Oh yeah.
Just the spud as the breakfast, lunch, and dinner and dessert. Let's find a way to get some more potato.
Dessert.
Do they
Yeah.
eat them raw like apples?
Nope, not yet. I've only been here 3 days.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like here in Canada, we
Okay.
fucking we just pour like maple syrup on a stick and rub it in snow, and people eat that shit. So I mean, like who knows?
Yeah. It's a delicacy.
You do.
I've never eaten that. I think it's the stupidest thing.
I think it's
But
French.
up
I've eaten
here-
it. It's delicious.
Yeah, it could be. What's that called?
I don't know.
Frozen syrup?
Bonhomme de neige. Bonhomme de neige.
Nom de neige, yeah.
Isn't that it?
I have no idea.
I don't think so. I don't know what you just said.
I think that's snowman in French.
Bombe de neige.
Bonhomme
Yeah.
de neige. Yeah.
Isn't that just the fucking stupid snowman that's the festival, like the head of the festival up there?
It is. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
And
thought
they
his
cover
name
him in
was-
maple syrup.
I thought his name was Pierre Noel.
Okay, that's
Wow.
something different.
Could be.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Yeah,
thought it
think
was
is.
Pingu, so who knows?
That's the water bird. What do you call those?
Penguins.
Penguins. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, far stretch from Pengu.
Pengu.
Yeah, that's a leap. What is that? A penguin.
I think that's French for penguin.
But yeah, Christmas was good.
Yeah.
I got into it pretty early on the 23rd. Just fucking ran around town with my buddy, drinking everyone's beers. You know, just we hit as many bars as we could while they were open, and then puked all over the city and ran around, and yeah, it was wicked. And that was our Christmas. And then I hung out with some friends on the 24th in a place just outside of Vancouver, about 40-minute drive. Went out there and had the, you know, typical Christmas meal, and drank too much and ate too much, and, you know, yeah, it was good. And then on the 26th, had a little rendezvous with a friend and did the same thing with her friends. Ate too much, drank too much.
Puked a bit.
Yeah. I didn't puke. I puked on the 23rd a bunch, like every second block. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just like making room.
I could have gone for
Like
some
I was
Christmas
puking corn.
pukes.
Like I
haven't
didn't
had
eat any. I didn't eat any corn on the 23rd, and I
Wow.
was just puking corn all night. So it was like corn reserves from the year, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
I don't know, but it was just corn coming up like crazy.
We went out on.
I can't explain it.
I was gonna say we went out on Christmas Eve, but we've gone out every single night. But Christmas Eve was friggin' wild at the bars. Not expecting, you know, to get to a bar at 5 p.m. and it's at capacity, and just chaos. Just people screaming and yelling and smashing glasses and falling down everywhere.
Yeah, whole families.
So
out
just like
celebrating.
another Monday in Dublin.
It's
Or
apparently. I was expecting like, oh yeah, I'll just go for a drink or two, and then it was just like, oh dear, this is
party city.
This is an event night.
Yeah, the 23rd here in Vancouver too was just fucking mental. I mean, it's not really Christmas, but I guess people were out in the spirit of Christmas, and it was just, you know, yeah, it was mental. Like the whole fucking city was just wild, and everyone was running around and seen probably 20 Mrs. Clauses,
Really?
you know. Yeah, it
In
was,
costume.
yeah, it was.
Why would no Santas?
Didn't see a Santa, just a bunch of short skirt Mrs. Clauses.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's I didn't realize that it was the new Halloween, but
It's
who
the
knows
new
what happens
Halloween.
in the coup?
Coup's wild.
Yeah.
Coup's wild, yeah.
Coup was wild, yeah.
I guess Santa's out working and Miss Claus is just trying to get some dick at the bar.
Wow.
Yeah.
Some candy cane.
I saw a lot of like sweaters on Christmas, and I don't think that was costumes. I think that's just the way people dress here, like just
Yeah, knit
classic
hand
Cosby
knit sweaters.
style. Yeah,
Yeah.
some date
Cosby
rapey,
sweaters.
date rapey sweaters.
Like
Yeah.
ugly Christmas sweater style?
No, not
or
even. Just like your standard like navy sweater.
Okay, alright.
Yeah, very formal.
Yeah, when I think of Ireland, I think of hand knit sweaters for sure.
Yeah, just your standard.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know. I feel like everything is just handmade in Ireland.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Like-
Cobblers are still in business, I bet.
Yeah, oh, yeah. I feel
Yeah,
like
there's
in
lots of cobblers.
North America, if you've seen like a sign that said like finest quality or proper this or proper that, like it's like someone trying to sound fucking cool, and like you're kind of a dick, like you're a finest quality knife store, but like everything is labeled that here, and it's like real, like authentic, handmade. It's just everything.
Yeah.
Just
It's just like here, it's like if something's not made in China or Taiwan, it's artisan.
yeah. Here that's
Yeah,
just
or
normal.
the finest
Yeah,
quality.
yeah. Everything's
Yeah.
just
Or it's
finest quality.
green.
Green. It's really green.
Yeah, it's
Everything's
green.
green,
Eco-friendly.
There's a lot of green.
Eco-friendly bullshit.
It's so
Yeah, it's
wet
just not
here.
made in
Like
China.
the lawns look neon. Like it's so green.
Yeah, it's crazy here too.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
it's
not even like a nice dark forest green. You're talking like tropic
no.
green.
Yeah, you could use it as a green screen to make a movie. You could fit Avengers 5 out here.
On your front lawn.
Yeah, just have Thor running around on the lawn.
Save $1 billion and just film it in Ireland.
Yeah,
Really?
so you don't have any snow there, right? It's not very cold
No,
in
there's
Ireland
no
over the
snow.
winter?
No. Right before I left,
awesome.
where the hell was it? Romania. Like the last 2 days I was there, I broke my skateboard. Just not a big blown out, just land. You could hear it crack, and you're like, oh shit. So I just left it there.
Ready
I'm
to
like,
go.
fuck this. I'm not taking this broken skateboard onto the airplane and having to do.
Took your trucks and stuff, right?
Yeah, but it's like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna bother, replacing this. I'll just leave it here. And then again, I'm going to Ireland. I don't need it. And then I get here, and it's
Yeah.
it's not even. I think it only rained on the day I arrived, Saturday night. Otherwise, it's been really nice. It's 10 degrees.
Yeah, it's been around 10 degrees here for the last week. It's
Yeah.
been overcast, but how fucking old are we? We're talking about weather?
Yeah, we're off the rails.
Publicly? We're publicly talking about weather right now?
Weather, yeah. You can tell.
Sorry, I asked.
We just
I started that.
queued up for the last week. We'll just talk about Christmas shit this week. And then I don't have anything to talk about. Christmas is just.
I didn't do anything Christmas wise. I guess I did family stuff, right?
Yeah.
I went to the roommate's parents' house for dinner, and that was a nice time. We
That
played
stuff's all
Yahtzee.
fun, but is that tell the
Yeah.
world about? No.
No, that's what I mean.
Ate a lot.
I mean,
Had some laughs.
yeah.
I don't
mean,
think anyone cares what I did for Christmas.
No.
Can't
there was
imagine.
a weird moment where so when I got home, my mom was watching A Beautiful Life or something, right? One of those fucking Merry Christmas movie house
Yeah.
movies, Jimmy
Yeah.
Stewart, and so we watched It's a Beautiful Life, and it's that's cool. And she's like, yeah, this channel, all they do is play old movies, right? Really old movies with Bing Crosby and stuff, right? And then the next morning we woke up and A White Christmas was just ending,
Right.
so we watched it. And then we this one Bing Crosby movie called A Holiday Inn came on.
Okay.
And we were watching it, and it's just this stupid movie. But at one point in the movie, this movie came out 1942 or 43. These performers straight up go face.
Oh, really?
And, oh yeah, it was they were in the dressing room talking about what they're gonna do in their next performance, Bing Crosby and this girl, and they just start applying this makeup. And it's just what is going on here? And then it was full blown, they did a performance, in full blackface. And
Yeah.
it was this is on TV right now, and Baby It's Cold Outside is banned
Yeah,
from
that's
every
banned.
radio station across the world right now. Absolutely blew my. We changed the channel. That was
You
it.
could, even just for the culture, see what it was about.
What do you mean?
Just to see where it goes. Maybe there's a lesson to learn at the end.
I don't think there was. It wasn't. I don't know.
The
It
lesson
just-
was that the white man thought they were king shit and didn't want to employ any black artists.
Yeah.
That's the lesson, that they were
For
pieces
sure.
of shit.
the white people.
Undertone. That's not the message of the movie, but that's the undertone
No.
of the world in those days. That was in the 40s. Yeah, wow.
Yeah, 43. So
I got a
John.
postcard one time that had Bing Crosby on it. I want to say my fucking mom sent it to me. Someone sent me a postcard and had Bing Crosby. It was I know how much you love Bing Crosby. And then I remember there being no name on it. I was I don't even know who the fuck Bing Crosby was. So I had to look him up and was I don't love this guy. I don't know anything about him. But it was the caption on the postcard was handwritten I know how much you love Bing Crosby, and it's what?
And addressed to
Who
you,
the
or
fuck
just
sent me this?
Sent to
It was addressed to me. Yeah.
and you sure
Yeah,
your mom
I want
sent it?
to. I want to say it was my mom, but it's her bad idea of a joke. It wasn't. It was only funny in
confusing.
hindsight, right? Like at the time, it was just confusing. Yeah. Like, how much you love Bing Crosby? It's like I've never even heard of this guy. I've never heard his name.
It was such a weird movie though too, because like, I guess it was like this guy owned the Holiday Inn, which they only opened on holidays like New Year's Eve, Christmas, Thanksgiving. It'd be open like for one night, and they would just have like this big like they put on a performance. So every performance that you saw in the movie was just a different holiday kind of thing, right?
Oh yeah.
But
what was it called? Holiday Town?
Holiday Inn. But it was like the girl would be singing, and Bing Crosby would just be like sitting there and be like, like just like start like hootie hum da hum. Like it was just like, oh, it was just so funny, just scatting over top of it, and like just like this was like a hot track in 1943, like Bing Crosby and Judy Garland or so, you know, I don't know, fucking some other old timey girl,
some old lady.
Yeah.
The first, I'm pretty sure it's the first movie to ever have sound. The Jazz Singer is like a blackface movie. So it's one of those ones that like social media activists are trying to like, you know, pretend this didn't happen or boycott it, like take it out of the Library of Congress or whatever the hell it is, the Smithsonian, all that shit. But it's like you can't because it's the first movie to ever have sound. Like it's so historically
it's a part
significant.
of American history.
Yeah, but it is just like Al Jolson, like wearing blackface, like going around like "Mammy," like it's so ridiculous.
Oh, no.
It's real bad, but it's like
yeah. No one has to pretend to understand at this day and age. No. But I mean, like there's some historical significance to it. Right?
Yeah, I think you nailed it right there. Like right now, it's completely laughable. I can't understand it, but it's like at the time in 1927 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Your first chance to make a movie with sound, what are you going with? It's like blackface. That's all the rage. Let's make a movie.
Yeah.
Like it was.
Everyone's doing it. We got to put this out in the public.
Yeah, everyone loves it. So it'll be a huge hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, no, I guess I get it. It's just a terrible thing, but yeah, like you're saying, like, what do you do with this movie when it's the first one ever? First one with sound.
Yeah, big deal.
And that's what they chose to do with it. You know, it's like finding the like ancient like graffiti, and it just like like cave drawings, and then they're just like being a dick on the wall or something. You know. Oh, nothing's changed. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild. What year did that movie come out?
I think it was like late 20s. 27, 28. Yeah. Jazz Singer. Jazz Singer.
Yep, never heard of it.
Yeah.
Like usually Christmas with the Duke is on in my house.
Wasn't this year?
Break not from this tradition? Year. Apparently they don't do it anymore. I've like AMC to drop the ball on Christmas with the Duke. Yeah.
Yeah, my family's go-to is after dinner, after dessert, after drinks. You always, like 99 out of 100 times, they're going to put on Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, that's a fucking good one.
And everyone's going to fall asleep on the couch.
Yeah.
You know? Like, that's the tradition.
We put on Thor Ragnarok this year for a Christmas movie.
Ooh. Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
It stands up. It's a great flick.
Your brother's got a boner right now.
Yeah, he's like, oh man, I never thought about pairing holidays with Thor.
Well, I mean, like that's for like the original Christmas tradition, like came from. I feel like we can't talk about a holiday without touching on its pagan roots. You know, like. Yeah. But like
you can go ahead.
Well, Odin was like the first Santa Claus, or like, you know, Santa Claus is based on the great Odinson, right? And
no,
it was like,
you just 100%. Say everything's based on Odinson because you like saying Odinson.
I can do what I want. I have.
And Odinson is Thor. He's not Odin. Odin's son is Thor or Loki.
You're right. So either way, but Odin used to have like this called the Great Hunt, where they would just like basically get all their shit together, for the long, cold winter months that were ahead, and like Odin would lead the hunt with his 8-legged horse, I believe it was, and like he would ride through the sky with, I don't know, I think with the dead too. There was something in there with the dead, like Yule. Like, have you ever heard of Yule?
Eight-legged horse? Or
Horse,
8-legged whores. Like, that's just 4 whores. He's just got 4 whores with him. You know?
Yeah. No, it's not that. Like,
not
on
that?
Tiffany, on Stardust.
Yeah. On Bailey.
They're just stacked on top of each other, so it only counts as one whore. It's an 8-legged whore.
Yeah. Yeah, 8-legged whore.
Yeah, I think that's how it works. You get a deal on.
It sounds like Odin.
Yeah. But yeah, like Yule. Like, have you ever heard of like burning like the Yule log?
Yep.
That's like this, like what the
so.
tradition was before Christmas. Like,
have
Christian
you
stuff.
ever heard of roasting chestnuts on an open fire?
Yes, I have.
Yeah. Well, that used to be, you know, the go-to thing.
It's when they used to burn people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it evolved into just roasting
Well,
chestnuts.
you love your conspiracy shit, but I thought you guys.
Yeah, that's how it all started. Yeah.
It's all connected.
Well, when I was living up north, predominantly Dutch community, and I just have
and like
heard
just giving gifts of like food to one another so you'd like survive.
Yeah, there was a lot of that for sure, and they have this like, just heard in passing over the years, like they have this tradition in the motherland, in Dutchville, Europe,
Deutsch.
And
Deutsch farm.
the Deutsch have this tradition, and it's like, I think it's called like Santa Claus or something like that. It's pretty much Santa Claus, but in Deutsch, and Santa Claus or something. And he's got like this little black friend who like comes with him to all the houses, and if you've been bad, he'll fucking bag you up and take you away from your family. And like, so it's like, if you're good, you get like, you know, a fruitcake, or you get like, you know, a macaroon or whatever, chocolate. I guess the Dutch love chocolate, right? So it's like you get these little gifts, but if you're bad, his little buddy's gonna fucking bag you up and take you away from your family for an undetermined amount of time. Like, I think you always come back, but you're definitely getting raped. Like, that's...
Oh, yeah. You never bag anyone and take them off without that on the table.
It's the undertone of that tradition, like the Dutch tradition. I mean, like, if someone can chime in here and fill in the blanks, like, maybe I'm completely wrong, but
sounds right
like,
to
this
me.
is, I've just heard this in passing, you know?
Yeah. I've never heard of his little black friend.
Oh, the black friend's a thing. I'm pretty sure his name's like Black Peter. Like, it's
something like that.
Yeah.
Really?
It's something like that. Yeah.
I'm like, what's Krampus then? Is that because Krampus?
Krampus, that's it. I think that's the one.
I think that's different.
Like,
I don't know.
That's a movie, but I think it's based on some sort of like old fable.
Is it based on Odinson?
Could be. The great
I want
Odin.
to say it's tied into that, or I'm just, you know, blending them in my head.
Yeah, I think that's
Black Krampus.
Black Krampus.
Is it Black Krampus? I don't know.
When I was
Someone
living
bagged
in
you up.
Italy last
Someone's
year,
bagging you up.
I lived in Italy last year in the city that has like what was his name? Not Thor's dad. The other guy that Santa was based on. Kris Kringle. No, what's his name?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, I guess so.
Saint Nicholas.
Saint Nick.
Saint Nicholas.
Yeah.
They had the like Basilica to Saint Nicola, like where he literally lived and ran a religion.
It's so not the North Pole.
It was not in the North Pole. It was in the south of Italy, where
almost as close to the equator as you can get.
as far as it might have been Saint Nicholas's summer home, away from the old crotchety wife.
Oh yeah.
Vacation spot.
Okay.
But like in the basement of this big basilica, it was like his tomb and his bones, and it was creepy as shit. It was like there's only 2 like tourist things I did over the last year, despite going to a new country every month. And like one of them was like, I have to go see Santa's bones. just because.
Did you know that the bones were gonna be there?
No, I didn't do any research when I go anywhere.
No.
I just showed up. And
Okay, yeah. That.
when I got there, I'm like, oh, what's cool to do here? And someone was like, did you go to Basilica de San Nicola? I'm like, nope, not going to any churches. And
I didn't understand any of that.
yeah, then fill me in. Who's this guy?
So I won't
And
go
it's
there.
like, oh, this is like Santa's grave. Like, that's like the
that's
Easter
strange,
bunny's,
man.
field where got shot. Like, this is a big deal. So then, like, I go there and I read all the dumb plaques on the wall. And there's, like, talking about every year, because it's in, like, a crypt. It's, like, 3 stories underground. Like, it's deep. So it's, like, there's a lot of condensation, I guess. So every year they have to drain the, like, sarcophagus. Otherwise it would be filled with water and smell. Like, I don't know. Well, I don't know why it's not airtight. But every year they have
Why
to, like...
the fuck isn't it airtight? That was my first thought. Like,
Well, think of when they. I get.
I don't think they had airtight when he died. Like, that had to have been,
No.
yeah,
I'm
beef
guessing
it up, bud.
1300s.
It's 2018.
Get him a new one.
Bejewel that shit.
But, like...
Yeah, irrigate that shit. That river.
So they have to...
modern.
Every
Get it
year they,
modern.
like, turn the little tap.
Cigars get treated better, you know?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, put fucking old Saint Nick in a humidor, man.
There you go, yeah.
Get
that's
that shit
yeah.
regulated.
Just plug in one of those humidifiers down there. Clean your problem
At
right
least
up.
get a dehumidifier.
Yeah.
At
God's
least,
sake.
yeah.
At least. It smells like old man
So-
bones down here.
So it's just in a
Fuck.
wooden box?
No, it was
respect.
a pretty, like, extravagant box.
Okay.
Yeah. I think there was an altar
different
built
kinds
on
of
top
wood.
of it, too. If
Is
my
it just in like a stocking?
No, it was like you go down the stairs, and it's like...
yeah, he is just a coffin on a sleigh.
Yeah.
hanging by the fire. No, it was
Fucking
like...
huge.
It was pretty, like, intricate, like Da Vinci
Where's
Code.
reindeer bones down there?
There was no reindeer bones. Dancer and
And his
Prancer
sled, like-
are outside.
I guess he was an Egyptian, right? Where they like... Imagine if he was Egyptian and they like buried his cool like sleigh and all of his reindeer with him.
They should have done that.
Yeah,
They should have.
made a sand reindeer tomb.
Yeah, mummify them fuckers too.
Yeah. So you had to go down a rickety old staircase.
It wasn't
to
rickety,
the
but it was
third
like...
basement.
Yeah, it was like Da Vinci Code style. Like, it's like a long, winding
Wow.
staircase into the crypt. And then there's just like
Did you
one...
feel like you were gonna
You
like
could like
break
walk
a
into
national
half the
secret or
room, and then
something?
half the room had like a big fence, like you couldn't go past it. And the other side was where all his treasures and shit were. Like, it's a very when he said like, too bad he wasn't Egyptian, I'm like, that was pretty goddamn Egyptian. Like, it's all like the finest...
So his
Really?
sled was down there.
There may
is what
have
you're
been
telling
a
me.
sled.
Zach
there may have
and,
been some
did he have
elves.
all his
Yeah.
There's
There's
gear?
a couple cats.
He had his boots and
Yeah, all the cookies that he
Yeah.
didn't eat over the years.
yeah.
And
He
I'm pretty
just took
sure,
them
like,
to be polite.
they had like an altar built out of the tomb. Like, someone could go above it and break bread or some shit. But there's like a tap on the side, and every year they have to drain the goddamn bone water. And,
Ugh.
it being a religion, of course, it doesn't go to
They're
waste,
bathing in it.
and everybody drinks it. Like,
Yeah.
it's fucking gross.
Oh.
They drink it.
They drink
They
it.
fucking... That's disgusting.
Like, this is the blood of Christ.
They drinking Santa bone soup.
It's
Oh my
bone
God.
Oh my god.
It's like vitamin water,
But that
but more
just-
religious.
Did it smell down there? I feel like that's that water
It
is
was
gonna
musky.
be disgusting.
Yeah, it
Musky,
smelled
yeah.
like regret.
Oh, you just
I would regret that.
you just gotta breathe through your
But these
mouth at
locals
that
would like
point.
line up every year to get a sip of the
Like
bone.
at Christmas?
I don't know if it was on Christmas or another date. Like, it might have been like what his
Yeah.
actual like. Santa doesn't have anything to
Yeah,
do
they-
with like Jesus Christmas, so it's like they don't
I was
celebrate
gonna
it.
say they wouldn't take
They
that
do
away
like
from
real
Jesus, right?
shit on Christmas, but like whatever the death of his
Yeah.
date anniversary, I guess they like
Wow.
empty
Drink his bone.
they drink the
juice.
bone water.
So
Like the
do
whole town?
bones, the bones just fucking like stew in the fucking water.
Like, I don't know much about
Sounds
decompos-
like it.
decomposition, but like eventually the bones will turn to nothing, right? Like, dinosaur
I would think
bones
so.
are not actually bones; they're like fossils.
Yeah.
And that's created by like there's a bone
But that's
within
millions of years.
Yeah, but there's like
Millions.
bone within mud. Then eventually the bone deteriorates into nothing, and then the like space it left in the mud like hardens into like a rock. But it's like not literally a bone in a museum. It's like so I don't know if there's still bones in the coffin or if it's
Well, I mean, like,
just
if
like
the
his
movie
red
Anaconda
suit.
taught me anything, they should turn to bone. The bones will turn to dust eventually. At the end of the movie, he goes in and he's just like, "Oh, this dust is bones," and it's like, "Oh man, John Voight, you remember?
Yeah, he's fucking sick of that movie.
That was a great movie.
Yeah, I love that movie. Mateo.
Yeah. Snakes don't eat humans. Oh no, they don't.
I squeeze you like your
And
dog.
just shows her big scars. Oh no, they don't. That's a Christmas movie.
That is
isn't
a
it?
Christmas movie. Ice-T and J-Lo.
Yeah. They did the soundtrack too.
Did he?
No, I don't know.
He's not LL
Shut
Cool
up.
J.
Just fucking classic.
Oh, fuck.
LL Cool J won't do a movie unless he gets soundtrack during the credits. Like, that's part of the deal.
Yeah. In the deep blue sea. We all saw that movie.
Yeah.
So the fucking townspeople from all across the land line up to drink this marrow juice.
And it being in Italy, I imagine they fight over who gets to drink the marrow.
Oh, for sure. Oh, and oh man, that's gnarly. It's like a Kool-Aid.
It is Kool-Aid. And it's funny when, like, people say that, like, I don't know, religions and cults and all that shit, and it's like, you give any particular religion a little bit of extra unsupervised room, and they'll turn culty real quick. They'll be drinking bone water,
Oh, yeah.
worshipping
feel
false
like-
gods, all that stuff.
Here's a hot take for you. Like, the word cult is like a word that other religions use to discredit smaller religions. Like, that's the only difference between like a cult and a religion. Like, and they were all cults at one point,
Yep.
and then blossomed into full-blown worldwide religions, right? Like, Scientology
With enough
is-
followers.
yeah, it's still like considered a cult, but it's pretty fucking big, and give it a couple of years and it's gonna be up there with all the other ones, right? Like, so I totally don't put it past
Yeah, let's
them
get some
that they-
distance between L. Ron Hubbard and modern day. You know what I mean? Get 100 years
You
in the
need
middle
at
there.
Yeah,
Fuck's sake!
yeah.
Like, there's
His
pictures
bones-
of that guy.
Yeah, his bones still got
There's, like-
meat on him, you know.
Yeah.
You can buy his
You gotta
like,
wait.
other books that are not religions, and no one in the religion thinks that's strange. Can you imagine if like Jesus had like a couple other books out that weren't religions?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Ghosts written by Jesus.
yeah. Those couple of years where he just dabbled with romance novels.
yeah.
And poetry.
It is.
Jesus, are you writing another gospel? No, Lucas. It's called Love from Afar. Oh, fuck.
So wait, did you drink the Santa juice?
No, I'm not worthy.
Oh,
I would have.
Would you?
Just for the S's and G's.
Oh, okay, for the novelty of it.
Yeah, like drinking Santa's marrow.
I think just the thought of it makes me throw up in my mouth.
Oh,
a little
I'd
bit.
probably throw
Like
up.
a little bit.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like.
Yeah. Now, would that be like blasphemous
I was gonna
against
say, it
Saint
wouldn't embarrass
Nicholas?
me to take a swig and then just throw up all over the altar or whatever, or back on the priest.
But you can, like, did you meet anybody that drank the juice?
No. I think it's only like super old religious people. Because like right around the like church, there's a whole bunch of super old houses, and all those people just like hang out outside, like they think they're on holy land, walking around with their nose up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jesus, with a fucking
What
with
a
a shot
life.
glass of Santa juice in
Yeah.
their system.
Yeah. They just have shot glasses around their necks, like on little,
Yeah.
like, you know, like just
Counting the
waiting for the
minutes.
bell to go off.
Yeah. Jeez, that's a fucking strange tradition.
That's a stupid tradition. I hope they all like get TB or something.
There's got to
from
be
it.
some illness that comes with drinking bone water. Like if you can get salmonella from a chicken,
Oh.
Like, what's fucking
Yeah,
old ass
yeah.
bone
Almond
juice
bone
gonna
water?
give you?
Ooh.
Diarrhea for sure.
Oh,
Definitely diarrhea, yeah.
Diarrhea for sure.
yeah, for sure. Like if you like, you can get pink eye from just like getting poo close to your eyes, like poo particles, right? Like now, just drink the fucking 400-year-old like marrow juice that's coming out of here, right? Like I bet you it's fucking black.
Black, yeah,
Like, just
yeah.
tar black.
Definitely a brown
Oh,
yellow
for
for
sure.
sure. Yeah.
Ugh.
Actually, any color would be disgusting. If it was pink, that'd be fucking disgusting. Like there's no color
Yeah.
that makes it sound better.
Just the dye from his suit is leaching into the water.
Oh fuck. Yeah.
Like when you wash a red shirt with your white clothes,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
everything goes a little pink.
My
Yeah, I'm
God.
not signing up for that. That's fucking disgusting.
No.
Did anybody else look into any traditions?
No, I don't care
No.
at all.
No.
At all.
I know that Santa Claus, like the depiction of Santa Claus is like the Coca-Cola trademark.
Yeah, they made that
And,
up, right?
Yeah, that wasn't
What do
a
you mean?
thing. That, like the jolly fat ass with the red suit and
Yeah.
white, that thought when you think of Santa Claus didn't exist before like the 1900s, and it was like Coca-Cola just made it up and put it on their can one year for Christmas.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
still do it. There's lots of like Santa Coke ads, like drinking a cold Coke. Like
Yes.
for whatever reason,
Yeah.
they just jumped on that 100 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, crazy.
So like it makes you wonder like what people thought Santa Claus was before that. Like what was coming into your home.
I imagine like it's
Yeah,
kind of
sure.
like we talked about Halloween a few months ago. That like, okay, maybe you could trace this holiday back to like Thor Odinson, but wasn't actually celebrated the way we have it now until
Yeah.
very recently.
Fair enough. I think like you even said in our Christmas or our Halloween one about how that Charlie Brown, and I'm sure it was the same way because
Right.
Charlie Brown's got that Christmas special that like he like laid down the law on what Halloween was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Right? Like these are the rules. You can't just because like each part of the states had their own like pocket traditions of Halloween, right? So I'm
Based
sure it was
on
the same
old
for
country
Christmas.
shit.
And so much of
Yeah.
it would be like advertising of like the perfect holiday, like the tree, the lights, the presents for everybody, little Jimmy and Johnny and Susie. But all that's like
Yeah.
built on like the consumerist aspect.
Oh,
and
for
you
sure,
just
right? Like,
generations go by and now that's like all anyone thinks of. It's like, oh, you got to get a billion things.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
and
so
we were kind of
ridiculous.
talking about that, I think, with our Jingle All the Way episode. We all got stoned and drunk, and I started getting heated up about it. But it's like, Christmas is like, it's what you make of it, man. Like, I did end up giving a gift to somebody this year, but it was
Ooh.
like a last minute, like, because I'm going over there, I'm going to bring something. You invited me to your house,
Yeah.
Like, I would do that middle of summer,
Right.
right? But I mean, there's, I guess, a little extra thought that went into it because of the season of things. But it's like, make it what you want it to be. We're fucking adults, Like, I want to eat your food for free and drink your booze for free and hang out and tell stories and laugh for free, like, like that's what it's about for me, is just getting shit for free and like having a good time.
Oh, that's what Christmas is all about.
Yeah.
Free shit on someone else's
And telling
dime.
stories. Yeah, like I don't need the fancy new whatever and the sparkly shiny thing that everyone's crazy about. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'm not a kid anymore.
Yeah.
I just like I don't know. I just feel like it's so silly where like it's such a I don't like to buy people actual like tangible items because I know I don't like when people buy me things that it's like,
It's a little uncomfortable.
Here's a new sweater I bought for you, and it's like, that's an ugly sweater. I'm never
gonna wear that.
I'm never wearing that, but thank you, right? And you take it, smiles and all and everything, and it's awesome. But then it's like, so I just give gift cards. Like, here's like the $50 I was gonna spend on you. Just take the gift card and go buy yourself something. But like, you hear people talk about how gift cards are like just, it's like so impersonal, and like it's like frowned upon, like in some circles, to just give people gift cards, and it's like, really, like it's a fucking gift I'm giving you, and you're just like, you know, the prospect of a gift, anything you want for under $50, and you're gonna like turn your nose down to me because I didn't buy you a fucking sandals that didn't fit. Here's the receipt attached to them. You know, like,
go return them.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'd take a Canadian Tire gift card.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
No.
Yeah.
I can go buy what I want. My flip-flops.
Yeah, I'm fine with gift cards.
Speaking of gifts, what happened with your whole rigmarole there, Rue? Like, did your roommate's package ever fucking show up?
Okay, wait, let's back this up for the people that maybe didn't listen 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It's a while back. You waited until not, I guess, last minute, but...
No, not even last. I bought that fucking thing in November.
Okay.
Like, I was on the website, bought my roommate a gift, and I still haven't gotten it.
Amazon was a website under the bus for Amazon?
No, it was eBay.
Oh.
eBay.
Oh,
and their
eBay,
global shipping program just like cannot find my house, and apparently they don't have an address that I can go and pick something up from, or a phone number that I can call them. It's all these weird, like, I get emails that say like, you have to respond to this in 72 hours. And then I respond to the email, and then I get one back just like, thanks for your response, like, we'll respond within the next 48 hours. And it's just it's so fucking stupid, and they just, I don't know, they can't find my house. So
no present yet.
They actually, no present yet.
Wow.
So did you tell her? Did you tell her what it was?
Yeah, kinda.
Okay.
Kinda. Well, no, I didn't tell her.
You didn't tell her?
No. I told her it was coming. I thought that's what you meant. Like, it was discussed beforehand. Like, listen, like, you're not getting a gift for Christmas. It's not because I don't like you. It's because eBay doesn't like you.
Yeah. So she doesn't know what to expect.
No, not yet.
And you can't break the news here, is what you're saying.
No, I can. Well, what if she's listening?
Yeah.
What if, you know?
She's not listening. The only person listening is Brian Hubley. And DK. And DK.
But this might be the one, though. You know, I can't.
That might be the
that.
one she tunes in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that we're like on Spotify.
Spotify's a big deal.
Oh yeah, she did say.
It's a little bit more accessible to those people that don't want to be accessed.
For people that don't even...
Well, if anyone's made it 40 minutes into this fucking podcast, you know, this is the one you're gonna choose to start listening to. Yeah, you'll never listen to another one. I'm sorry.
No. There's better ones. Go back and listen to one of the other ones if you're still here.
Yeah. Yeah. Turn it off now.
Yeah.
We usually have more energy.
Yeah.
But you were just showing off some cool Christmas present. Do you want to...
Oh, yeah, your cool gift.
It is an invention that I feel like you could put on eBay and make a fortune.
Dude, like, it's clever.
It's clever as fuck.
Yeah. So I've had this idea for a while, but now that pot is legal, it's basically a lazy Susan, but for your marijuana. And so for all our YouTube viewers, like, I have this beautiful thing here. I got my ultrasonic. I got my strawberry indica. Got my blueberry kush. These are coming soon, and then these are just some pre-rolls. I bought those, the pre-rolls off the old government issued website. So, but it's my hazy Susan instead of the
patent pending.
Susan.
Patent
pending.
Claimed it.
Yeah. Claimed. Yeah, I've had that idea for a while. I also want to, like, You know how, like, back in, like, the 1950s, people would have, like, those, like... I can only refer to them as, like, a liquor station or maybe, like, a bar by, like, their front porch. Like, right by the front door, there'd always just be, like, a little mini bar, right? Like, there would be,
totally.
like, you know, your brandy and a box of ice cubes and stuff.
I think a lot of people have
50s and 60s.
liquor cabinets. That's not a 1960s thing.
Yeah.
We just grew up in a house
like,
where something like that wouldn't last
cart.
very long.
A liquor cart, yeah, like...
Liquor cart
a definite...
was the thing
it's
of
a
the
difference,
past.
like a cabinet, yeah. A liquor cart looks like something that, like, you can be like, oh, do you want a drink? And you can, like, cart it over, right? So, but people used to just keep them at, like, station... There's, like, as soon as you come home, you're just like, honey, I had a terrible day, and you could, like, make up your drink, and, you know...
There's fresh ice already.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
And so, I want one of those for my house, but with dope, so...
Just wheel it around.
Yeah.
Just rail it around. So
because we all know you're not a fancy liquor kind of guy. You're an old Milwaukee. Doesn't even have to be cold kind of guy.
No, I just started putting my old Milwaukee in glasses like a year ago. So.
I've noticed.
Yeah, I'm a classy man, Mike.
I remember Skylar one time.
Still throwing the cans behind the couch, but
yeah.
We got hard into like when Rock Band came out. And we would go over to our buddy Jimmy's house and play the band. And Jimmy's mom is like the nicest fucking person in the world. And she'd just stand at the top of the stairs and yell down like what you want. And like you have to say yes to something or she'll just keep yelling new things. Like, you want pizza? It's like, no. Do you want French fries? Like she's just yelling over and over. And she yells down to like Skylar. She's like, do you want a beer? He's like, what kind? And she's like, oh, Labatt Blue. He's like, I don't want no piss water. She's like, you don't want what? This fucking nice lady's offering you fucking free beer, and you just, I don't want no piss water.
Yeah, all high and mighty with his old Milwaukee.
Like I dropped the guitar, like the song was ruined. I'm just on my knees laughing so hard. At the pure lack of class demonstrated by a guest in the house.
I've come a long way.
No piss water.
The Bad Blue's pretty gross, though. I stand by my choice.
Yeah,
it's not great.
She's a saint, though, that woman. I like her. She's a good person. We get along. She doesn't offer me beers anymore, but...
Is it the roommate that got you the Hazy Susan? Like,
yes.
what did the roommate get you?
That's what she got me. Was a Hazy Susan. And then she also got me a 7-piece Tupperware set. Because that's what we need in the home. And then she also bought me this... it's an onion holder. I guess it's, like...
It is a fucking domestic-ass presence.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if you take away your twist off it, like, you got a Lazy Susan Tupperware.
Spice rack.
A spice rack.
You got a spice rack, some Tupperware, and an onion holder.
Yeah.
What do you hold an onion in? I don't understand what an onion holder is. They come in a bag. So, they're already held.
Yeah, but so basically it's like once you like cut your onion, if you don't use the whole onion, now you got like half an onion and like what are you supposed to do with it? So usually we just put it in Tupperware and put it in the fridge. But this thing is actually
you
just
forget about it.
Designate. Yeah, exactly. Forget about it and then you just end up throwing that Tupperware away because it's all moldy and gross, right? Like I'm not cleaning that or opening it. But so this thing is like just specifically for onions. Like it's shaped like a giant red onion and you just open it up and keep your onion
and next week we're gonna record and you're gonna be like, well, I threw that thing away. I
didn't even want to open it. It's fucking gross.
I feel like 50% of the time something goes into Tupperware, it just gets thrown out. Like it's just like Tupperware is a food graveyard. Like, you're not eating that again, and it's gonna rot and smell, and you're too lazy to clean it. So,
I'm real
remember when
shitty.
I sold my truck a couple years ago. It was like behind the seat of the truck. It was like the whole time. Like it was just like there's just 5 Tupperwares that have been there for a year that just get like buried under the fucking that spare jacket and that jug of oil, and then it's like you clean out the truck. I was selling the truck, and it's like. That's where all the Tupperware went.
Right.
You know, there's no salvaging it.
No.
It's been in a hot truck for a year.
No.
right? Tupperware is
No.
pretty much free these days.
Yeah, you just give
You
it
can fucking like drink the juice that's in there, I guess, that
Santa
comes out
bones
of
in.
it.
Drink the bone juice.
Start a cult.
Yeah. Drink that ham sandwich juice.
Yeah.
fucking Tupperware.
Yeah, so you know what, I think we talked about this on the show the other day, just about how it's like, you know, you can't hit it out of the park every year.
You said she didn't
know,
hit it out of the park last year, though. She got you the beard fucking cream.
This is also true.
Beard squirt.
Beard squirt.
Yeah, my beard squirt, yeah. I still use it. It's a good present.
Yeah.
It
So
won't get as much use
Maybe
as in the
next
onion
year.
holder.
yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping next year I get the sex swing. That's fingers crossed.
Yeah, you've been ramping up to that with the Tupperware.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
we
the
could
next-
always just like bone on the Tupperware, I guess, right? But it's not the same.
Yeah, of course.
Half
It's not the
onions around
same.
It's not the same. Just close your eyes and pretend. But hey, I mean, I didn't like really get her anything, so
This story's
The
suspect.
promise of a gift in the future.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Well,
Future
so
cash considerations.
last year you got her a bunch of shit that you could use, and now this year she got you a bunch of shit that she could use.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
That's pretty
that
good.
makes sense.
that's fair.
You know,
yeah, when you put it like that.
Multi-purpose. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, whatever. If it works, it works.
Yeah, my mom sent me, I showed you guys, but my mom sent me a care package this year with like some socks. There's socks and a lantern in there, and she sent me an old t-shirt that I had totally forgot about, but it was like the best part of that care package. Was that old Lars and the Bastards t-shirt.
Where was that just kicking around at your old house? That
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Honestly, I have no idea. She must have been going through some shit in the basement, like weeding some stuff out, and pulled out this old shirt.
Found
I-
a bunch
I-
of ham sandwiches and Tupperware.
Yeah.
Are these yours too?
There's likely some food
they're
in there.
still in
Let's be real.
Tupperware. They'll last.
They're still good, yeah.
Still
Yeah.
good. This
Yeah,
is
that was
actually
pretty
it's
sweet.
glass Tupperware too, so we can put it in the microwave. Which I feel like not only is like my biggest struggle in my domestic life these days is trying to find lids for the Tupperware, but then
Okay.
because I don't buy any of this shit or like ever use it in my life, it's like can I microwave this? So I'm constantly like in that like asking like can I microwave this? Can I put this in the oven? Can I do this? Can I do that?
Well,
But so
you
now
can't-
that these are my Tupperwares given to me, I now know I can.
You're just
So-
putting all 5 of them in the
2019,
microwave with
I won't
nothing
be
in
asking
it.
that question.
Just microwaving your Tupperware with no food in it.
Break the microwave.
What are you doing? Microwaving my Tupperware.
Sealing the lid on them, then microwaving them so they all like fucking pop.
Yeah.
Fill them with gas. Collect the insurance.
I feel like glass.
Have you ever,
that's
glass
not-
everywhere.
Have you ever turned a microwave on with nothing in it and watch it like it's not good for them? Have you ever done that? It's like
No.
No.
No, it's like I don't know. If you don't have something in a microwave and you turn it on, they spark and shit. It's cool.
We went to that house party back in high school, and everybody pissed in the microwave, and then we turned it on.
Oh wow!
What a party.
That must
Remember in
sound
Acton?
great.
In Acton?
Oh yes, yes. I do.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. We threw a bunch of raw meat in there, and then everybody pissed in it, and then we put it on for like an hour. Just maxed out the microwave.
Is this the party
Yeah,
you two
that
had to
was-
walk home from Acton?
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. And then somehow your dad ended up finding us on the side of the highway. Like it was.
He was
Yeah.
pissed.
Yeah, that was. He
We
was
were all
pissed. Yeah, we
It
were
was cold as
pissed.
fuck that day.
Yeah, we almost froze to death walking on the fucking highway. None of us had gloves or hats or anything. We're wearing like fucking sweaters and jeans. Minus 20, walking
Yeah.
down a snowy highway.
Fucking
Just got
bear
kicked out of
ears.
this party. Well, we ended up squatting at that guy's house for like 2 or 3 days, right? Like it was
Yeah.
at least 2 days of destroying this poor kid's house
Yeah.
and like partying both nights and just yeah. yeah, it got out of control. So I'm not surprised he kicked us out. It just kind of sucked.
Yeah.
You know.
We definitely deserved it. Put mustard in his beds. Cream cheese.
Did we?
Yeah, oh yeah. I remember we put mustard.
We pissed in all the garbage cans. Pissed in every garbage can.
Put mustard in his sister's bed, and then on the second night, somebody went into the room to go bone, and they were getting all hot and heavy, and then the girl was like, "There's something in this bed," and they're just rolling in mustard. But they didn't.
In hindsight, instead of all of us sleeping on the floor, someone could have taken the bed if it wasn't full of mustard.
Yeah, in hindsight. But even the dude it was funny because the dude that was rolling in the mustard was also a culprit in all of this. So it was they couldn't even really say anything, right? She just had to leave the party covered in mustard. Because it's oh, why was there mustard in the bed? And this guy well, don't look in the other room that I threw all the tampons around, right? Yeah, we fucked that guy's house up.
Oh yeah, we fucked it up. It wasn't just holes in the wall. But of course, goes apparently but you, Mike, you actually left a beer bottle on this kid's entertainment center, but it was it was up behind a picture, and I remember you being and this is gonna be the bottle that gets him in trouble, right? Yeah. After we destroy the house.
Sure enough, apparently he scrubbed and cleaned his house. I don't think we put holes in the walls, but he just fucked up everything.
Pissed
empty
everywhere.
Boxes. Pissed everywhere.
We literally pissed everywhere.
Pissed on his car and everything. And, yeah, and then I guess he cleaned it up and had it looking immaculate, and it was 2 or 3 weeks later his mom found the random beer bottle on the shelf that he missed, and then it was
fuck
what
off,
is this
really?
from, right? Because we weren't old enough to be drinking either, right? So it was that whole
No, we were 15 years old, dude.
Yeah,
16 years old,
and he was the weird Christian kid, so
yeah. I don't remember what he looks like or anything about him. I just remember that he had a pretty cool house.
Had past tense.
Had a pretty cool house.
I remember we fucking took eggs out of his fucking fridge and egged his
Went
house.
Outside and egged his house, and they came back inside.
But then, we did it at night and he didn't know, so the fucking eggs froze to the window, so we had to scrape them off.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. I was hurry up, let's get back inside. It's too cold out here.
Across the street. Kids walking, egg their own house.
And I remember him questioning us about the eggs, and we were just no, it was this other guy that did it. And he
I want to say the name, but we blamed this one guy for everything, and he was not there. And I'll tell you guys after the podcast who it was, but I remember the name to this day. Yeah, you remember?
Because you still use it.
Yeah, exactly. I still blame this guy for everything.
Yeah. Oh fuck, too funny. Corey Trevor, right? One of those.
Yeah,
Trevor
exactly.
Corey.
Yeah. Oh man, that poor kid. I wonder where he is now.
Oh, I'm sure he's dead.
Yeah, he's probably dead.
He's probably
dead. Heroin.
Yeah.
I remember those days though, man. It was so fun to go into a big house party and you didn't know whose house it was or anything, and you just fucking treated it like shit. It was so much fun.
Treated it worse
Pissing
than the
in
toilet
the
that you
fridge.
just shit on.
Me and my buddy Josh used to love going to house parties, and similar to Mike's, just hide one beer behind a picture. We want to do shit that when you're cleaning up you don't notice, but for sure when mom gets home, what the fuck? So we would take all
She's gonna look behind the toilet.
We would take all the dishes out of the kitchen and then put them all back in the wrong cupboards, but nicely, not break anything. Just swap the dishes for the cups, just switch the two.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So it would take so long, and you're at a house full of people, and I was "What are you doing?" And we're "Oh, we're just looking for a plate." It's taking out every single one. And then move
It's
them.
genius, though.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
And then you would
genius.
never hear about it later because it's not like, did you hear somebody fucking upper deckered in the house? It's like, there would be nothing like that. It would just be like a mom comes home and be like, hey, what the hell?
Did you hear about that party? Some sick fuck switched around all the cupboards. You know? Like, what an animal.
Yeah, that's great.
Fuck.
Just the subtle
Real
things
subtle.
to fuck with the person, right?
Another one that wasn't subtle at all, but we'd like open the drawer that has all the like knives and forks in it and then just fill it with water and then shut the drawer again. Like, just so stupid.
Wow,
Yeah.
fucking wet bandits.
Just wet banded it. So, you know, a couple days someone's going to go for a fork and there'll just be a pool in that drawer.
Oh.
It's unexplainable. Like,
At
why
least
is
it's
this
not
full of
piss.
water?
Like, that's, you know.
No, I never pissed in
Yeah.
any drawers.
Oh, I've pissed in like that's my go-to move. Is just piss in everything always. Like back then I'm not a fucking animal, right? I don't do it now that I'm in my
Not a
30s,
pisser
but
now.
I'm not above it either. I'm also not above it. Like the right amount of booze and the right environment, I will still piss in your fridge. I will piss in that fucking fridge, you know?
It's gonna happen.
Yeah,
Your fridge
could,
is gonna
I'm
get
just saying.
pissed in. Yeah.
I don't think I'll ever get too old to consider pissing, you know, around your
it's
house.
just so funny.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's so good.
No, like around your house. Like again, like I feel like we may have talked about this a couple of episodes ago, but like we grew up in a home where again, like because we had like the priv and we had a cottage, like I would just piss outside all the time. So in a one washroom home, like if someone was in the washroom and I had to rock a piss, I would just go outside in the backyard.
outside.
And rock a piss. Like even in Georgetown, right? Like I didn't give a shit. Like piss on my mom's flowers.
That's how I was
Watered
raised.
them.
That's how I was raised. No one gave a shit. You just don't point your bird at the neighbors, right? Like that was
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
There's one rule.
Yeah. Keep it slack.
Do you remember RJ when I was staying in Toronto there with the old roommate? And I don't know if you remember, but we had this big fucking argument in the kitchen one time about me pissing outside of her parents' house. And because it turned into a big deal. I guess they caught me pissing outside the house one time. But like I'm tucked away in a corner. I'm not showing anybody, my moves or anything. But it turned into a big deal, and I remember it was like a constant fucking thing. Like, you can't piss outside. It's like, why not? This is what you do. It's how I was raised.
Yeah.
I literally grew up with one bathroom in the fucking house. Like, you pissed outside.
Yeah.
Even in this, gigantic house that has multiple bathrooms, I gotta piss outside.
Still piss
multiple
outside.
bathrooms, multiple sets of stairs.
Yeah. It's quicker for me to go to the door and turn the corner than it is to go upstairs. Fuck that. And then I gotta wash my hands. Fuck that.
Yeah. Fuck that.
RJ, didn't you used to piss out the windows of your old apartment?
No, but close. Because I lived in this art / DIY concert venue skate park. So like the whole I don't know, 2/3 of the building was like common area, like a place where a band would play on the weekends, like kind of like a bar.
Yeah.
And then the back third of the house was just bedrooms. And there was only one bathroom, and it was up in the front of the house. So when there was a concert on, there's like this big heavy door that we kind of rolled in front of the bedroom so it wasn't so loud, just like noise dampening.
Yeah.
But it was like a fucking huge pain in the ass when there's like 300 people in your living room. There's always a huge line. Yeah. Like, it's not just like, oh, I have to pee, I'm going to go to the bathroom. It's like, no, like you're going to have to go wait in line like you're at a bar or whatever. And
you might as well get a drink.
Yeah, so exactly. So like, if you're gonna go, like, this is an ordeal. So like sometimes like I would just like pee in a Gatorade bottle in my room, and either like just pour it out the window, or or seal it, and then the next day when I have access to the bathroom, like put it in the toilet and flush it. But that became way too much work. So then it just became like, a 2-step system. It was like piss in the bottle and then just turn open the window, pour it to the street below, which was completely, fine under those circumstances. It's like either I'm doing this or like I'm going to be an hour to come in and out.
Yeah.
But then, like, I just got so lazy that just became, like, the norm. Just having the piss jug in the room. I'm like, I'm not going to walk.
Even if no one's...
Yeah, it's
no
like
one's
Sunday
partying,
morning.
there's-
It's like,
yeah.
I'm not going to walk all the way down.
Empty house.
This house is too far. The floor's too cold on my bare feet. I'm just going to piss in the jug.
I'm not even going to get out of bed.
I'm not getting it. Yeah. I'm just going to roll over and piss in the jug. And
Start buying all your juices in jug form.
And that was a big
So you-
thing, like, with the old roommate. She'd be so annoyed because she'd see me, like, in the store, like, looking for, you know, something to drink. And she's like,
Yeah. but
every
you can
time I'm
also
getting
fit your dick in.
Gatorade, she knows, like, fucking, that's what the Gatorade's for,
No,
the wide
totally.
mouth.
Like, I purposefully have bought like, more expensive juice because my penis would fit into the mouth of the juice
Yeah.
jug.
Yeah.
Than the $1.50
You
fruity
need a juice
things that you
jug.
can't get the fucking tip in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I've purposely
Oh.
bought expensive juice.
You just get those little juicy things, those little juicy jugs, you know?
Just
Little
fill up
sodas.
5 of them.
Yeah.
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 It's just constantly
The first time I ever...
Yeah, no, you need something with a nice wide mouth, you know, so you
You
can
do. The
catch it.
Gatorade bottles are perfect.
Gatorade's perfect. The first time I
Yeah.
ever pissed my pants as an adult, like by accident, I was at
Yeah.
Rolling Stones concert. We were all there, but in separate parties. And we're like
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that
watching the
SARS
Rolling
stuff.
Stones, and it was like, this is fucking sick. Like, but I gotta take a piss, and I like, there's like 200,000 people there or some shit. Like, it was a huge
Oh,
show.
it was
I
insane.
think it was like 500.
Yeah, it was nuts.
Yeah, it was
So it's like,
nuts.
I'm not gonna leave this prime standing spot, go to some porta potty that has been used all day, and then try to make
yeah.
my.
In the hot
It
sun,
was a hot
too.
fucking day.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the hottest day on
fucking
record.
I remember,
that day.
Skylar, you had a sunburn just on one side, like fucking Braveheart.
Oh yeah, I like burnt the whole side of my body.
It's the fucking Mel Gibson
after,
face.
like right after noon, just like beating it on my pale fucking skin. Just oh, it was
I told
rough.
you you could. I told you you could sit in my shade, dude.
Yeah.
I cast a
Yeah.
shadow. I told you.
Yeah, but I told it was the smells that I
Oh,
was
yeah.
like, I'm fine.
So yeah,
I'll take
I'm,
the burn.
you know, standing there enjoying some sympathy for the devil and thinking like, there's probably only 20 minutes left in this show. Like, I'm not gonna go and come back. Like, I'm just gonna,
Yeah.
you know, take a piss here. So I grabbed like a beer bottle and like fed it into my pants, and then just, you know, lined it up perfectly. Like, cause I'm in full public. Like, this isn't just like I'm gonna take a piss. Like, this has to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
like casual as fuck. So I like slide the beer bottle
Yeah.
so it's into my pants, line up the dick end to the bottle, and just like, this is gonna work. And my pants were like kind of tight, but not all the way tight, that the bottle could like just rest there. And I got like
No hand.
no hand, like, well, like hand, you know, holding the dick, but no hand on the bottle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm like
Yeah.
Yeah.
overly confident this is gonna work. But what I didn't factor in was like, once the bottle got like half full of,
Heavy.
it got heavy, and then
Yeah.
it just dropped and slid
Yeah.
all the way down my pant leg,
Oh.
hits the bottom,
You just
tips
kept
over, you know, enough that it just.
Oh,
but then
no.
it's like half the bottle is full and pouring in my foot, and then like I have this full stream piss going. So I just like pissed all over myself, and then I had to like take my pants full off to fish the bottle out. I'm just fucking reeking of piss. Like, it went from like, how am I gonna casually piss in public and no one will notice,
Yeah.
to now I have to take my pants all the way off and there's piss
Take my
everywhere.
pants off.
Can't wear them for the
It's like a
duration.
baby being born, just pants coming off, just dick swinging, pissing everywhere. Like, it was a nightmare.
Airing it out.
Yeah.
Airing out your pants.
Wow. And by
That's
now the
fucking
sun's gone
fantastic.
down, so it's
Oh.
not like you're getting that heat, right?
No,
to dry
it
your
was
pants.
nighttime. It was cold, and
I don't think I pissed all day. I bet you just evaporated. It was
Just
so
so
fucking hot,
dehydrated.
man. I don't
Yeah,
know. I
no.
think we might. I think we might have ventured out to go take a shit or a piss or get some food one time. Like, half of us left one time, other half of us left another time, and it was like 2-hour round trip.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No, I don't know if it
Yeah.
really was, but it was a long
it
time
was
to get like
yeah.
out of the crowd and then back in. It was nuts.
I remember like there was like 6 or 7 of us, I think, Mike, that we went with, and you pretty
Yeah.
much like, even say it was 8, that you pretty much just like paired off into groups of 4, and those were like your piss buddies, because like
Yeah.
you would go for a piss, get your food and drinks, come back like 2 hours later, and by the time you came back to the sitting spot where the other 4 guys were waiting,
Everyone had
they
to
had to
piss.
get up and go rock a piss and get drinks, and you didn't even see them,
Yeah.
right, until the band
Yeah.
started playing, and then you're just like holding your piss, waiting to do it on
Yeah,
the
I
subway.
think I
kinda
think
thing.
I think I went one time because it was just such a fucking stretch. But we weren't drinking that much in those days either. We rolled like 40 doobies the night before in my
we
nan's
rolled a
basement.
lot of drugs. Yeah,
Yeah,
'Cause again,
we
I
just
think we were
busted
still,
up all
like,
our weed.
way too young that it's like
Yeah, I
you
think we
could
were in high
sneak
school.
drinks.
Yeah.
I feel like honestly, like we fucking got to the venue that day at like 9 in the morning. Like
Yeah.
the show didn't start till 12. So it's like we could probably sneak like Mickeys and stuff in, but like how are you sustaining a full 24 hours of drinking when you're 16 years old and you can't
no, we
buy
didn't.
anything, right? Like it was
No.
like
We just smoked our fucking
Yeah.
asses off.
could get drugs no
No
problem.
problem.
Oh yeah, there was free drugs going around. There was an old
Yeah.
couple in front of us that had hash.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
a great time.
It was fun.
Good times.
Yeah, yeah. I just held my piss all day till it evaporated, till it soaked
Look
back
at you,
in.
fucking yeah, evaporated through my skin.
Yeah.
Well, should we ask an expert in this holiday wrap up
Yeah.
edition?
This
of
holiday
Pretty Much
wrap
Experts?
up just turned into us talking about pissing and ruining houses, which Christmas is for.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have a like fucking
Yeah.
lame question, but want to know if you guys had any like not New Year's resolutions, but what's coming up in 19 that you're excited for?
wow,
Some travel. I think I'm gonna do some road tripping.
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, and
Nice.
and possibly start a new, new job, but potentially segue into a new career. I don't know yet. We'll see.
Big ambitious
Cool.
plans, new career.
Ambitious.
Yeah.
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 I'm
Well, I
getting
mean, I
really-
don't know that I want a career. It's fucking 2018. It's about
Yeah.
you don't need a career. You can work at a job for a couple years and move on
Yeah.
and do something else. And
And
I mean, I
if
just
I-
want to find something I like to do.
Yeah.
I find it weird when people call it a career. Like it's not a fucking video game. You know,
No.
it's a job.
It's a
That's
job.
what you fucking
Yeah, there's just there's
Yeah.
a few prospects for work that I'm excited about and something I want to look into moving forward, and then just road tripping. I want to see the west coast of the states.
Oh yeah.
nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think me and the roommate are going to go full blown domestic this year. And
Buy a house?
hopefully, yeah, we want to buy a house.
Nice.
Hopefully go in January and go see if we can get like pre-approved for a mortgage.
Oh, soon. Nice.
And she also turns 30 this year. So I feel like we have to do something for that.
Hmm.
You know?
Come out west.
Something. Yeah, and it's so it's anything, right? Like even if it's because it's 30, I feel like her friends want to do like a resort thing where they all want to go on a trip,
Mm.
and that
Oh,
sounds
yeah.
fun. I've never done an all inclusive, which could be kind of cool, but yeah,
Sure.
Yeah.
I want to go. I feel like I have to go out west. It's time.
I went on a cruise one
Yeah, it's
time and it
time.
was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like you just hear of like cruises are stupid and lame because you don't really like do anything, but it's like yeah, exactly. Like, you-
I
Yeah,
would I'm
free
afraid
booze
of
and
being on
drinks.
I would fall off that boat so quick.
I don't think it could. It's like a apartment building.
Oh, you can.
It's
You
huge.
can. Oh, and that's the worst part.
You
like,
can
if you,
and I
if you-
will.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can, you will, and when you land, you just die.
But just having
There's no
the,
like. Yeah,
it's like
throw
living
life
Your
in
biggest
preserver
fear,
on.
eh?
falling
Yeah,
and drowning.
just- yeah.
But just having like the
I remember
24-hour day access to the food and booze, whatever you want, is just like
Yeah.
live like a king.
You'd have to go with good company because you can't rely on the fucking people that are
Oh,
there.
no.
Even though there's going
Yeah.
to be some gems, it's just
Yeah.
like
I don't think
you
we
can't
made
really
any
rely on
friends
that.
or anything. Yeah, no.
I feel like the cruise life is like an older thing, though. But that's just like
no,
I
it
don't
was
know.
pretty
I don't
sweet.
know.
Like
Well,
every night there was
there's
like
a couple-
a different event, like comedians or concerts, or it's like so structured that it's like
Yeah.
You just feel like what's that movie, like Wall-E? Like you're just some like fat tourist being like led from room to room, and it's like go sit down and watch a stand-up comedian. I'm pretty sure it was like Cat Williams. Like it was a legit comedian. It was sick.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It's alright. Yeah.
He did 2 shows.
They do that
we went
Salty
back
Dog
and watched
cruise.
both.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
check that out. They did that.
Salty
They
Dog
do
would be
that
cool,
Salty
yeah.
Dog cruise. That seems like it would be a great time. It's expensive, but like,
It's expensive.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you count it as your yearly vacation, if that's your thing, and fucking, go and see
Yeah.
fucking 15 awesome bands for 4 or 5 days.
Those things like RJ, I feel like you can vouch on this. Where it's like the shittiness though of like you have to take the plane. You have to get like plane tickets.
Yeah.
To get to the boat.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That I think it's
In
like
Florida,
that's just a
yeah,
lot
yeah.
of fucking money to like.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's no different than staying at a resort or doing. You know,
the
what I
only
mean?
thing
But it
that's
just
different
seems
than a
like-
resort is like getting onto the fucking cruise ship is an ordeal. It's like going to
Yeah.
another airport, like the harbor or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Like you have to go through customs and like security.
Yeah.
So it's not even just like you take the plane to the boat. It's like plane and then another full airport style day, which is
And then live on the
takes
plane.
forever to get your luggage too. It's not like you take all your own bags on. It's a lot like a airport. Like you check your bags
Oh, well.
and then they deliver it to your rooms.
Oh.
So that like sounds good on paper when you're like getting the brochure and it's like, oh, check your bags, we'll deliver them to your room. It's like sick, but they don't like within 8 hours of the first day you're there. So
Yeah.
unless you're not have everything you want on you, like you don't have shit all day.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It'd be fun. Like
It was fun.
We
I
looked
would
into
do it
that
again.
Salty Dog cruise the one year. I can't remember what happened.
It's just so
I think roommate
expensive.
lost her
I think it
job,
was-
but,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
you
it was
know.
money. It was a money thing. I was like,
It
yeah, it'd be
always
nice
is.
to go, but it's like, oh, it's gonna cost us all $3,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you
it's
like
like, fuck.
took like a budget of like food and drink for an entire week, it's like it's not
Yeah.
expensive, but it's still like having to pay that all up front, like 8 months in advance.
Yeah.
It's like it's hard to do
Up
that.
front,
Yeah.
and then the exchange rate, because it's American money.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That you're
Yeah,
paying
that
for
was
the
the
cruise
one thing
anyway,
too.
so-
Like, we did our like New Jersey trip not too long ago, and it was a good time. But it's also like going to the States. It's like not only like the exchange rate doesn't benefit you at all, and everything is more expensive, right?
Yeah.
So it's just that like, oh, we bought pizza, but it was like fucking $40. Like, what the fuck, man? You know.
Yeah. So what about you,
Yeah.
RJ? What's your 2019 like?
I don't really have any plans.
Come back to the
I've got to come back to
motherland?
Canada. Yeah. I have to be back for sure in June for this like music festival thing that I'm doing, which is cool.
Yeah, right on.
But I don't know when that will be. Like, I think I'm going to stay in Ireland for like a month or two. I came here thinking like I'm going to stay for like 2 weeks, leave after New Year's Eve.
Mm-hmm.
But I just keep like making plans that are like, oh, like, we might go to England for a weekend in January, or maybe we'll go in February. And it's like, oh, guess I'm staying until at least February.
cool.
Like, just because it's like pretty cheap, like a $40 flight each way from like Dublin to London, so you can just go for the weekend.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, wow. It's quite
But-
cheap.
Yeah, big stuff though. I don't know. I'd like to learn another language. I've gone to all these countries and made no effort at all to try. And I'm thinking
Yeah,
like it
fair
would be
enough.
pretty cool to actually be able to go to Spain and have a full conversation, not just a broken basic Google Translate.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be a different experience.
Yeah, for sure.
I think it's a good idea
Does-
if you got it in
Does
you.
sign
I don't got
language
it in me.
count as a different language?
Well, you'd have to learn
Yeah.
like the different language version of sign language. I think they're all different.
Ooh,
Yeah,
is that a thing? Like Spanish?
It is a thing.
hand
It is a
language?
thing, yeah. That's why they call it like American Sign Language.
I thought it was just because they're dicks.
That's what I thought when I was a kid. I'm like, wow, taking ownership over this. But it is because,
Yeah.
Yeah.
other
Because
languages
it's American.
translate things differently.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. Okay.
I guess for my immediate future, I'm pretty stoked about. I just recalled that I bought tickets for 2 comedy shows that are coming to Vancouver: Burt Kreischer
Yeah.
and Brian Callen, and that's gonna be awesome.
Cool.
Both those shows are gonna be great.
Yeah.
I got tickets to see the Interrupters.
Ooh.
Nice.
In Guelph?
Yeah, in Toronto.
Oh, Toronto.
No, Toronto.
They're too
yeah,
big
it's on
for
her birthday.
too big for Guelph
it's
now.
Oh,
yeah.
They're like Jimmy Kimmel
Yeah,
level.
they're too hot to trot these days. We also have tickets to see is Laura Grace and the Devouring Mothers. It's Laura's.
Yeah, they're coming through here too. I was gonna check that out.
Yeah, they're I don't know. I've heard a couple. They're okay. I'm
Yeah, I
not
don't
sold
know
on
anything
them
about it.
entirely yet, but the roommate wants to go, and it's like okay. I'm sure they'll play Walking is Still Honest.
Better.
No problem.
Yeah,
you know,
probably.
like
Yeah.
nice acoustic version. That'd be great. Get my good turn on my dollar.
Yeah, that should be a good time.
Yeah.
What about you guys? Questions for the group?
Nothing. I got nothing.
No fuck, Mary kills this
Nothing.
week.
No.
No.
We got a
if
fan
you
question?
Could celebrate.
We do have a fan question.
Here's one. If you guys could pick any other, obviously we all celebrate like the Christian holiday of Christmas. If you could celebrate any other, like holiday, whether it be like Kwanzaa or Ramadan or Hanukkah.
I don't know anything about any of them.
I don't know what any of those
No.
things are.
I just had to
Really?
look
Wow.
up when Hanukkah was this year. I was talking with a friend, and it was like early December. It
Yeah.
was like
Oh,
the
yeah?
5th into the 12th or something like that, and it was like, what?
Yeah, I have
So,
a few
I
Jewish
mean-
friends on like Instagram that were sharing their fucking lighting of the candle thing, and I'm just like,
Oh yeah. Or
What's
just like
the
every day
Seinfeld
for
one?
8 weeks or
What is-
8 days, there's just a new like picture of something.
Yeah.
Like, check out my new
What's the-
shoes.
my new candle.
What's the Seinfeld one with the pole?
Festivus?
Festivus. I'd celebrate Festivus.
Yeah, honestly, I think that would like. I feel like every year at every Christmas party I go to, someone makes a joke about Festivus, but no one ever has a Festivus party. That it's like, I think I got to do it. Feats
Yeah.
of strength, you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know
fuck.
if you were there that
That's
Christmas, Mike, but in that big dumb frat house we lived in, one Christmas we did a like Yankee swap from The Office, and it was so much fun.
I don't think I was, no.
I don't remember if you were there, but it was like just like The Office. Like it was so fucking funny. People just fighting.
Yeah.
Because there's like 15 of us live there, plus like boyfriends and girlfriends. So it was like a good like 25 present hall under this tree.
Yeah,
And everyone just like grabbing the iPod or whatever. Like it was so much fun.
Oh, that's
No,
great.
I don't. I think I missed it that year. I don't know if I was around. Yeah. Yeah. Well, just consider my question the fan question because I don't got shit.
Yeah, okay. So we got,
Okay.
you know, Brian took the week off.
I'm not even
We have
gonna
a new submission. So,
Wow,
Yeah.
we have 2 fans.
yeah, this is from our other fan, John, who's very active on our
Oh.
Facebook.
Social media.
Yeah,
Right on.
and John wanted to know, why do people treat their dogs like children?
Because they're fucking losers.
Yeah.
It's-
Next question.
yeah.
Do you do any
Yeah,
do you
I
have any
feel
shit
like-
with your dog there, Mike?
Do I do what?
Any like human stuff, like wipe its butt with paper?
Like, I've wiped his butt in the past because he's a really hairy dog, but like it's not like an every time he shits thing. It's just when he's holding on to a few clingers, you know.
yeah,
No, I don't kiss him in the mouth or fucking wipe his butt or any of that stuff. No.
Do you
He's a
kiss him
fucking
in the
dog.
butt?
He's a disgusting dog. No,
So
I don't
kind of
know.
like,
I think people don't have a lot to live for, maybe.
they don't have a lot to live for. Yeah, but
Yeah,
you
I don't know.
have like little booties or something, like some dog clothes.
I do?
Oh, he definitely
Yeah,
does.
he has some-
Our cat's got a costume that she puts on at
No
Halloween.
way,
It's a
dude.
lizard.
Yeah, I
No,
can
GJ
see your
got
dog having
shit.
a little fucking dog overalls.
I bought when he was a pup. I bought him like a infant's denim vest, and like he kept pissing on it. But like at one point, I was like, I'm just gonna zap strap it to him, right? Like that way, it's not falling off. He's not pissing on it. And someone told me that was animal cruelty, so I didn't fucking do it. I didn't end up zap strapping it to him. But like, I mean, I would have left a little room so I could have cut it off.
Let him breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had that thing for a day, and then my friend bought him a fucking T-shirt one time that he pissed all over too. So like, yeah, he's had 2 outfits. He doesn't have booties. No, he's good. He's good as he is. He doesn't need to be dressed
just
up.
Suck. I think people just suck in that it's like, I don't know. Is it lazy? Like you don't want to go full on have kids, so you just treat your animal as if it's your kid. Like I got an animal, and she's such a piece of shit. She's just looking at me over there with her condescending face right now.
You know what you're talking about.
But I mean, they're part of the family, but they're not a fucking human being, right? Like
no, like if there was
different.
a fire,
Like
I'm grabbing the PlayStation first.
I'm definitely grabbing the dog. I'm definitely grabbing the dog. But I mean, like, yeah, I'm not. I don't know. I don't like. Like people are all like kissy, kissy, sucky, sucky. Oh, baby, baby, like all the
sucky, sucky with the dog.
Yeah, well, I mean, people are somewhere. I'm sure.
Oh, sucky, sucky, we love you long time.
If okay, so basically, if we got stranded somewhere and I was starving and I had to eat the dog, I wouldn't feel that bad. But if I had to eat my own child, like there's a difference,
So you'd still eat the child and not feel bad about it?
Feel different about it.
No, I wouldn't. I'd probably let the child eat me. Like I'd just take one for the team. Why
not just like both be like look it, I'm gonna cut a cheek of my
we've had
off,
this conversation.
and you're gonna do the same, and then we'll swap.
Everyone eats an arm,
and I'll eat.
Totally.
Couldn't you just eat your own cheek though?
No
Why
one
would you
thinks
swap?
Well, that's weird. I wouldn't eat my own cheek.
Really?
I know what I've been sitting in. Yeah, I just think like you could sustain nourishment for 2 people, even more, if you just like hey, take my cheek.
Have you seen my ass? Have you seen my ass?
Yeah, exactly.
We got
right?
weeks.
That's
we got weeks.
Weeks.
Yeah.
Weeks.
Yeah.
Weeks, baby.
Yeah.
Weeks on cheeks.
Yeah. I don't know. I treat my cat pretty shitty. She's cool, but I don't know. I just like it's some nights I'm on, some nights I'm off with the cat. I think that's why I'll never have kids. No, I don't know.
Well, I'm not a morning guy, so it's like first thing in the morning the dog's so fucking jazzed up and he just wants to rip around and be crazy and sniff every 13 inches, you know what I mean, on the ground. Like he stops every
like he's
foot.
Never been there before.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like I get I'm a little easily triggered in the morning, so like having the dog be crazy in the morning, I can't imagine having kids.
Oh, no way.
No. Oh.
Yeah.
Or like what happens when you just like when you wake up in the morning and you got some like morning wood and then like your cat just like jumps up on you and walks like my cat does it. She just walks across us. That it's like what happens when I have a kid and I'm fully fucking torqued and they're just like crawling up on me in the morning, waking me up looking for handholds.
Yeah,
like
that's when you go to jail, dude.
That's how you go to jail.
Yeah, like
I think when you have kids, you just immediately stop getting boners. I think that's science.
Right.
Yeah.
Like they just don't happen anymore.
Yeah. Your life is over.
Yeah. Your life's over.
Yeah.
So like, what's the point of getting erect?
What's the point? Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Take it. Yeah. All right. So never have kids.
Never have
gotcha.
kids.
I like my morning bones.
Never have kids and treat your dogs like shit. You'll be a happy life.
Yeah. I don't treat them like shit, but I definitely don't fucking.
If your dog doesn't want to wear the
He's a dog.
sweater, zip tie it to them.
Well, also like the helicopter parents and stuff. Like there's such thing when it comes to animals too. Like I go to plenty of dog parks and like I meet plenty of people with dogs because that's what you do, I guess, when you have a dog is talk to other dog owners on the fly, and like they're fucking like helicopter parents for their dogs, and it's pretty fucking annoying. Like they have instincts that you shouldn't suppress, right? Like they're a wild animal. They're a wild animal that you just happen to live with.
Like, especially, I think, like, with dogs, like, they have such aggressive behavior between each other, dogs.
Yeah.
But it's because it's all just, like, the dominant thing. That it's like, look,
it's
if
a
your
hierarchy.
dog is...
Their life.
If your dog's the little shitty dog that's going to get is gonna be the brunt of the litter. Like, it's gonna get treated that way, and it's nothing personal. It's just top
That's
dog
how they will operate. Yeah.
gets the meat. Like,
Yeah, Chooch has been like kind of free to do whatever the fuck he wanted since he was a pup. He's got decent like recall and decent demeanor, but when it comes to other dogs, he's like the friendliest dog. When it comes to children and adults, he's just like totally
cool.
well adjusted, and I just let him figure it out forever, right? Like, it just go and figure it out, dude. Like, just don't hurt anybody, and he's awesome, man. Like, he doesn't get in any fights with anybody. He loves cats. Like, he's just.
So you let him out of your purse?
Yeah, I let him out of my purse. Yeah, dude, he's like almost fucking 30 pounds. He's not a purse dog.
Okay.
He's huge.
Your fucking trash bag.
It's more of a satchel dog.
Yeah,
Duffel bag.
exactly. Duffel bag dog. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's like weird rules on the transit here, right? Like, you can bring your animals on the transit, but they have to be in a carrier. So there's like, I haven't seen it firsthand, but I've seen pictures of like people, they get those big blue like IKEA bags, like the IKEA shopping bags, and they'll like cut holes for the dog, and they'll just like slip the dog's feet into it and hold the handle and walk on the transit. It's like,
That's pretty sweet.
technically playing by the rules. Dogs in a bag.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess if I was taking him on the transit, I could still chuck him in my backpack. But I let him out. Of course I let him out.
Okay.
Yeah, he's good. He's well adjusted. And he's not a child. Like, thank God.
Thank God. Thank God.
Yeah. Well, I can leave him alone for fucking 8 hours at a time. I don't have to worry about if he's going to burn the van down. Or fucking...
Yeah, so what's the rule on that when it's just like, you can't leave your dog in a hot car, but what happens when you live in the van?
The van doesn't get hot. It doesn't get hot.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
but
the back of the van,
Do you think in the summer, though, like, you'll come home from work or wherever and just have all the windows busted out and a note on the dash?
No.
You
No,
monster.
the back of the van, like, if it's 30 degrees outside, the back of the van probably stays around 15. I just keep the blinds closed and keep all the windows open so I get a nice draft in here. And I got like a fan. I got a 12-volt fan that I run too to keep some air moving. It doesn't get hot, man. Like, I mean, if it's in the piping hot sun all day, like, it'll get fairly warm, but not like uncomfortably hot. Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
No, I think it'll be fine.
Okay, well, let's put a bow on this episode and a little bow on 2018.
Bow.
Yeah.
See you later.
See you later.
Yeah, good riddance.
Good riddance.
Good riddance.
Thank you, Frontline Fiesta, though. Everyone else, good riddance.
Should we have like a moment to remember all the people we lost in 2018? Like, how does this work? This is my first New Year's show.
Yeah. Is there anyone that you're gonna miss? The only one that I can really think of is like Dynamite Kid, professional wrestler. That pretty great.
Okay, yeah.
Good wrestler.
Yeah.
But he hasn't wrestled since like 1992 or some shit, so it's not like the world is going to be less wrestle-filled. But as far as like celebrities go...
He's not dead,
Yeah,
but he's just like a big
celebrities.
piece of shit. But like, I'm going to miss Kevin Spacey. I'll say it.
Okay.
I like Kevin Spacey's movies. I thought he was a good actor.
Yeah.
Gonna miss you, bud.
Yeah. I think it's important to like draw the line
He'll
between
come back.
like actor and person. And
Shitty
it's like,
human being,
his movies were fucking sweet.
Yeah. When I saw that he was in a
Fair
movie,
enough.
I definitely made a point to watch it.
He was good in Horrible Bosses.
Yeah, Horrible Bosses. He was great. He was in
He was
Seven.
great.
Seven's great.
Yeah.
He was the voice in Moon.
Oh, yeah, he was, yeah.
Speaking of
Yeah,
Sam
that was
Rockwell,
also a
he's the
great
kind of
movie.
guy, too, that when I see he's in a movie, it's like, I'm going to watch anything he's in.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He's top 3.
Hopefully
for
no
sure,
Me Too's for Sam Rockwell. Because he needs to keep...
please not.
Yeah, no kidding.
He's great.
Hey, 2019, keep your hands off Sam Rockwell, am I right?
Or like 2011 Sam Rockwell. Hopefully you got nothing buried back there.
Yeah, hope you weren't on Twitter back then, Sam.
Yeah, don't say shit on Twitter back then, Sam.
Yeah. Alright.
Anyway.
Alright, well.
Frontline Fiesta, love you. Everyone else.
Yep.
Good grief.
Good grief.
Good
riddance.
grief. Charlie Brown.
And cut.
Hitting the high
How do you
note.
end a
done?
holiday
We're done.
show? I
Hitting the
don't know.
fucking high note.
Thanks, everybody, for tuning in this week. We are Pretty Much Experts. You can check us out on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and YouTube. While you're at it, go have a look at our Facebook page. You can ask an expert any time of day or night, whatever you like. And if you're into it, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. We want to hear from you, baby. Thanks again, everybody. Tune in next week. We are Pretty Much Experts, and we love you, I guess.